We're going to talk about bench press versus dumbbell bench press and do some other stuff. So go ahead, Grayson.
All right, when doing bench press, this is a movement which you'll need a bench, of course, for, which you should have because we talked about using it prior for box step-ups and jumps. When setting up the bar to do bench press, I always want to encourage our athletes to make sure that when they reach up and grab the bar, that they're already pretty close to having their arms extended out whenever they lift up. Relax down. If the bar is too close to you, when you lift off, your arms are too bent, and it's like doing a bench press from that level. So it's very difficult to get the bar off of it, okay? Whenever we set up for a bench press, we want to make sure we have 3 points of contact on the bench at all times for safety reasons. This is for dumbbell bench press as well as barbell bench press. We want to make sure that our feet are securely on the ground. We don't want to see our legs flailing around when we're trying to do a heavy bench press. That's not going to give any power to the bar. We want to make sure that our butt and our hips are on the bench at all times. And we want to make sure that our head is in contact, our head and shoulders, that area, is in contact with the bench too. We don't want to have our head coming up or putting too much pressure. Now, as far as positioning on the bench, I always prefer our athletes to have their eyes in line with the bar. So Chloe's to slide down a little bit. Good. The reason we have it in line with our eyes in line with the bar instead of our chest in line with the bar is because when you pick the bar up off of the hooks and come out, when you're coming up and down, you won't risk run the risk of clipping whenever you're moving through it. So she's going to reach up, get a good hand position. Now, we want to make sure that you're in a good, strong position, so we want you to be close to those inner rings here, where the knurling just starts, or a little bit out if you want to, whichever is more comfortable for you. We don't want you to be all the way out wide grip or anything crazy out like this. That's not going to work the muscles that we want. So she's going to go ahead and set her grip. Now Jackie is going to be our spotter, so she's going to come in behind her. One of the key things that a spotter does is helps with the lift off, but then also at any point helps during the lift if it becomes too heavy. I always encourage when doing bench press with a barbell that you have spotter arms set to the appropriate level. These are not set at the appropriate level because at any point, if the bar would be too heavy, they would not catch the bar and it would be resting on our chest, which would be very, very uncomfortable and could cause injury. So make sure that wherever you're at, you have the safety spotter arms set high enough that if you were to fail, you could have the bar be resting on them at any point. So when she's ready to go, we're going to have Jackie give an overhand grip like so on the center of the bar. Good. And she's going to communicate between the two to make sure that they know when you're ready to lift off and when you're ready to let go of the bar. So Chloe's going to let her know that she's ready to lift off, and she's going to help her up with the bar, and then she's going to let go of it. Okay? Chloe has the bar in good position. It's directly over her chest, which means that her shoulders are in good approximation with her line. You don't want the bar, I'm going to hold this a little bit, you don't want the bar to be out here, straighten it out. You don't want the bar to be out here because it's falling down. You don't want the bar to be back too far because it's going to run into the cliffs. You want to make sure that at all times it's right over top of your chest. Now she's going to lower the bar down, touching, and coming right back up. What we want to see is a change of speed at all times during a bench press. So the down phase is controlled, coming down, and when she hits her chest, it's exploding right back up because we're looking for good explosive movement every time. Once she's done, she will have her spotter help her with the bar, and they will bring it back onto the clips.
Great.
All right, now that she's here, we're going to go ahead and move the barbell out of the way and show dumbbell bench press.
I got the heaviest weight for you, Chloe.
So we have, you're sitting. All right, so we have Chloe in the seated position on the bench. Now this is probably the easiest way to pick up the dumbbells for when you're getting prepped for it. So she's going to pick the dumbbells up and hold them on her legs. Good. Now what she's going to do is she's going to bring them up to her chest, and kind of resting here, and she's going to go ahead and lay back with them. Good. Now these dumbbells are fairly light for Chloe, so that was pretty easy. But one of the things I want to show is that if the dumbbells are on the floor right now, I'm going to grab one. It's not very easy to pick them up if you're already laying down. Okay? Now if you have a partner who can hand you each one, that's perfectly fine, but it seems a little bit privileged there. The best way to do is probably to have it resting on your legs, bring them up, and then lay back in the proper position. Now, we want to make sure that we're starting with the dumbbells in a parallel position with our body. We don't want to be perpendicular, okay? So she's going to have them set in that same position, real close to her shoulders. She's going to press out. When she gets to the top, we're actually going to work on a little bit of a rotation. So when she gets to the top, she's going to bring it back down. When she gets to the top, she's going to bring it and rotate it so that she's at a perpendicular position with her body. one smooth motion. So bring it back down, and we're going to press out and rotate. There we go, just like that.
Good job, Chloe.
And we're going to come back down. This mimics much more naturally the way that our shoulder normally turns whenever we're coming in and out of our body position. So just going to give us 3 good ones. Good, and relaxing down, and up, and relaxing down. Good.
Good job, Chloe.
And then whenever she's done, she can either sit back up with them, or she can drop them to the side if they're rubber coated and your gym allows that.